What's up, guys? The coffee addiction is real. Sunday today. I can't remember the last day I didn't have a coffee. I also have had this, if you guys are watching here on the Ted Jones World YouTube channel. Oh my God, this candle. I had this candle going for like a couple days and it just went out because I just touched it. And I'm not going to be able to refill it just because I need one of those long lighters, which like I don't have, one of those ones with the stick so you can go inside the candle. I mean, that was the reason why I let it burn for so long, because I wasn't able to get in there with my fist. What's up, guys? Ted Jones World Podcast today. Guys, tonight we have the Ted Jones Comedy Show at the Stand, 116 East 16th Street. It's going to be amazing. 7 p.m. Come have dinner. Come have drinks. Guys, there are a few tickets left. Hopefully by the time you're listening to this, there are still some tickets left, but we are pretty close to selling this show out. It's going to be amazing. If you guys can't make it to this show, no worries. We have another show October 30th, midnight. So Saturday, October 30th, 11:59 p.m., Halloween show. It's going to be amazing. Just got our dates for our November show, so that will be in my Instagram bio, Ted Jones World, and this YouTube video soon enough, guys. All right. So I went to get a bagel this morning, and I'll probably have a bagel like once every 2 weeks. Maybe in the summer I'll have it like a little bit more, just because it's more accessible. Like the lines aren't as long during the summer for bagels. I don't know why that is, but it just feels like the winter brings on people wanting to get Husky and having a friggin' bagel. I don't even really know what that means, but I went to the bagel store by my house and the line was out the door, and I wasn't trying to wait 30 minutes for a bagel. You guys tell me what the limit is, or like the actual amount of time that's acceptable to wait for a bagel. I feel like 10 minutes is fine, but when the line's out the door, I didn't really want it. So I was able to make a good choice this morning. I was going to go get a bagel, and then instead I had a fruit cup from the deli next door to my apartment. Both bagels and that fruit cup would have been like $5, but I made the better decision health-wise, so that was fresh. Guys, if you check out this vlog that we're putting out tomorrow, you'll see that I went to the Jasper Johns exhibit at the Whitney Museum. Is that how you say it? I believe it is Jasper Johns, but it was cool. And I'm wondering when they're going to start being NFT galleries. Do you guys know what I mean? Like, is it just going to be all digital artworks framed on the wall? I want to make sure that I'm saying this guy's name correctly. Jasper John. It says abstract expressionism, neo-dada, and pop art. Guy is 91 years old. All right, cool. But if you guys are interested in seeing art, the Whitney Museum definitely has a good exhibit. It's on the vlog tomorrow, so guys, check that out on the Ted Jones World YouTube channel. The Knicks are finally about to begin the season Wednesday against the Celtics, and we just got Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker went to UConn. He was a senior when I was a freshman at school, so when we won the national championship in basketball, like Kemba was the star of the school. You know how they'll just have like that one athlete that just runs everything? Kemba was one of those guys. He used to play topspin tennis with one of the guys on the tennis team who was a senior, and topspin tennis is just like a video game for PS2, and he was really good at it. This was also interesting. Yesterday, I went to a cannabis store. Cannabis Club is on 8th Avenue and like 19th Street. So I was really confused by the whole idea just initially. Went into this club, and they make you spend $15 for like the daily fee, and then you can get up to, I guess, 3 ounces of marijuana in there. A little bit expensive, though. Or you can be a member, and you can go there, I guess, every day and just spend $40, but you're only allowed to get up to 3 ounces of weed. I believe that was the amount. And then also they charge you 30% tax on top of that. So it does end up getting pretty expensive, and it's probably cheaper to get it from your local guy. But I would think that this stuff is the more healthy way to go. You know what's in the pot, you know what's in the weed. And is this the move? Is this what's going to start happening? You see cannabis clubs popping up all over the city. I hope so. And in smoking this weed that I did get from the cannabis club, it's pretty freaking strong. It says like 85% sativa, 15% indica. And then, I don't know, it's like 25% THC. So strong weed, if you guys are familiar with the THC levels, not really like I am, but was definitely stoned. Had a lovely weekend, guys. How was your weekend? Let me know. TedJonesWorld@gmail.com. I always love hearing what you guys have to say. So yes, hit me up on email, TedJonesWorld@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram, TedJonesWorld on Instagram. Like, rate, comment, subscribe, guys. If you're having a good time here, let me know because I would love to hear from you. So Robert Durst, I'm not sure if you guys remember this. If you ever saw the documentary on HBO called Jinx, Robert Durst was the son of like a real estate magnate in New York City, Seymour Durst. So Robert Durst and Douglas Durst were set to take over like their father's development company, real estate company in New York. And these guys are massive developers. They have like buildings in Times Square, buildings on 6th Avenue, 5th Avenue. We're talking like 50-story buildings. So having any one of these buildings, you're bringing in probably like at least $10 million a year in passive income. So this guy was supposed to take over his father's company. He killed one of his friends like 20 years ago and had gotten away with it for the most part. I mean, he was in jail for something separate, but finally got convicted. 78 years old. Now he's on a ventilator in jail, and it looks like he is getting very sick from COVID. But it's just crazy to see what happened with two brothers, right? Like Douglas Durst now runs Durst organization and is partners with people who were building the Freedom Tower. So it looks like he grew the company while his brother was sitting in jail. Weird how two brothers can end up so drastically different. You know, like, granted, maybe Douglas Durst was kind of handed the Durst organization on a platter. Now he's worth like $5 billion. Still props to him. You know, he's done a lot of new development as an adult. And while he's a second generation guy who has controlled this real estate, it looks like he's done a pretty good job. So props to him. And Robert Durst in jail for the rest of his life, for sure. I was talking about the show Impeachment on FX last episode, and I saw that Bill Clinton actually went to the hospital for an infection. He was hospitalized for an infection, and now he just got out of the hospital. This show Impeachment is really juicy. I'd recommend you guys watch it if you have FX or YouTube TV. Just search Impeachment. It's basically all about Monica Lewinsky's side of the story. Like, Bill Clinton is in this show, but it's not actually Bill Clinton. It's the actor playing him. But it's just crazy to see Monica Lewinsky had a close friend in the Pentagon that just spilled all of her secrets kind of for no reason. It's looking like that. You know, Linda Tripp turned all of the tapes that she recorded during her phone calls with Monica Lewinsky, gave it to the FBI. But, like, I mean, Linda Tripp, what did she expect from ratting on her best friend? You know, I'm at the point in the show, I think they come out with new episodes like every Tuesday night. I'm at the point in the show, though, where she told the FBI everything, and now nothing's happening to Linda Tripp. You know, like, she gave over all of her evidence. I don't even think she's going to testify. We'll see if she testifies during this show. If you guys are into crypto, do you know what Shiba Inu is? This coin that's like way under a cent and went up like 370% the other day. And I don't really know. If Shiba Inu hits a penny, it's going to make a lot of people rich. But it might just be one of these meme coins. I mean, it sounds like it's one of these meme coins, a Shiba Inu dog coin. Basically it's like a knockoff of Dogecoin, but people have actually been making a good amount of money from this. And it's on Coinbase. So if you guys have like $100, this is not financial advice, and Shiba Inu goes up like 4,000%, hey, it could happen. I mean, it doesn't make sense for you guys to miss out on this. So if you have $100 and you don't like taking financial advice, put it in Coinbase Shiba Inu coin. We'll see what happens with it. But put it in there, forget about it for 5 years, and maybe in 5 years it'll be worth, I don't know, $10,000, something like that. It would be very hard for it to get to a cent from what I've read in articles. But if you guys do any sort of research on Shiba Inu coin, you check it out, and who knows? If it goes to anything close to a penny, a lot of people are going to be rich. Crypto's the future, guys. I'll rack my hat on that. Still trying to figure out what I'm going to be for Halloween. Have a number of options. If you guys have any options, we've definitely gotten a few suggestions. But tedjonesworld@gmail.com. Should I be a cross-dresser? James Bond? I don't know, wear a penis outfit. I've thought about a number of costumes, still deciding. And I have, like 12 days until that Halloween show. So we got to get a costume quick. And also, I feel like Halloween costumes get sold out relatively quickly. Like even checking on Amazon, doesn't seem like there's as much as there was last week. So I definitely need to pick a costume quick. Guys, let me know what I should be. Should be like a piece of poop or something. I don't know. Britney Spears, just to touch on this, after her conservatorship was ended a couple weeks ago, she posted saying, "Lord have mercy on my family's souls if I ever do an interview." Damn, it just seems like people were leeching onto her for decades, huh? Like, I mean, more than 20 years. Like the conservatorship, I don't know why I keep saying that wrong, lasted 13 years. But I imagine even years before that, when she was like 16 years old, her parents, saw her as a bankroll, no? And now it's got to be tough now that she's under control of her money. Like, are members of her family freaking out? Like, oh, I hope she doesn't do a tell-all book, because you're all fucked if she does a tell-all book. You know, she's not gonna spare any of y'all, as she shouldn't. Poor girl, man. That's the thing. Growing up in the spotlight and you don't really have many choices for yourself as like a child actor or something, shit can get fucked up. Like, look what happened to Bieber. You know, he had that dark stage in his life when he was like 18, 19, 20 years old. Just because, like, if you are in the spotlight from the age of 13, you have a lot of yes people around you. You don't know what's right, what's wrong. People wanting you to do certain things for maybe the wrong reasons. But you always got to have your head on straight. And you also need good parents, too. All right? Good mother, good father. Going back to this Durst situation, who knows if Seymour Durst was a good father to his children, Robert and Douglas, for them to take over the Durst organization, which is one of the biggest developers in New York City. It takes a lot for that. And Anderson Cooper the other day, actually, in an interview, was saying that he's not going to leave any of his fortune to his kids. The guy makes like $12 million a year, but I assume he probably got some of that money from his mother, Gloria Vanderbilt. But Gloria Vanderbilt also was quoted in saying that she didn't want to give any money to her offspring as well. Does that make you like a better person if you don't inherit money? I don't know. It could be. I could see how, like, if there were 3 kids and they were to split $150 million or something like that, was each of them supposed to get 50, or each of them is supposed to get like a proper estate or something that's worth the same amount of money? I don't know. I can't really speak on that, but I can see why not being left anything. Like Jackie Chan doesn't want to leave his kids anything. Like, leaving something for your family might not be good. It just spoils them. Leave them a few mil so they can survive, they can eat, maybe pay for a house or something, but you don't need to be leaving anyone 50 mil. You got to get out there and get that shit yourself. Guys, tonight, Ted Jones Comedy Show, 7 p.m. at the Stand, 116 East 16th Street. I really hope you guys can make it. We are almost sold out. Check the link in this YouTube video on my Instagram page, Ted Jones World, or go to thestandnyc.com to get tickets. It's going to be an amazing night. I really cannot wait for this. And as I said earlier as well, we have all November dates set, so make sure you check the link in my Instagram bio or this YouTube video. We'll get you guys to all the Ted Jones comedy shows. And if you come to every single one of those Ted Jones comedy shows from now to the end of November, guarantee you're going to get a t-shirt. You might even get another t-shirt, 2 t-shirts. Yes, it's exactly how that sounds. Who knows? You might even get a Ted Jones World podcast or a Ted Jones World hat as well, guys. But I love seeing each and every single one of you at the Ted Jones Comedy Show, and I appreciate all of you guys coming to the Ted Jones Comedy Show, as well as all the performers. I'm sure appreciate that as well, because we have an amazing time, food and drinks. You guys coming on Monday night, 7 p.m. right after work. Come have some laughs, have some drinks. It will be an amazing time. All of the shows are amazing, guys. But stay tuned on the Ted Jones World Instagram for future shows, future everything's. Posts a lot of Ted Jones World content on that page. And we have a great time doing it, guys. You guys getting the booster shot? I had Moderna. if I'm saying it correctly. So I took 2 Moderna shots. The first one was in like the beginning of March, and then the next one was however many days later you were supposed to take it. Are you guys getting a booster shot? Are you getting the flu shot? Flu shot, I've usually every single year gotten that shot. And on the years that I haven't gotten the flu shot, I've probably 50% of the time gotten really sick from the flu. So I don't know if I'm going to take a COVID booster shot. I've heard of the older generation getting a booster shot because I think they're eligible for it. But am I going to get a booster shot? I don't know. As of right now, I am not going to, but who knows? In like 6 weeks, 8 weeks, we'll see what the majority of people are doing. And does that make me a sheep? I don't know. It sounds like it. It really does sound like it. We'll see what everybody else is doing, and I'll see if I'll get a booster shot. I don't know. That's a crazy thing to say, in looking at the rest of people, and I don't want to follow the herd like a sheep. But guys, if you haven't heard on this if you haven't heard on this podcast or on the vlog, about 8 weeks ago, I was insanely sick for 9 or 10 days. I had gotten tested 5 times for corona to see if I had it, and I didn't, but it was really like flu-esque systems. So if it was a coronavirus and it wasn't showing up on the test that I was taking, I would not wish that on anyone. And if that sickness could be stopped by a 3rd shot, I'd take it. But how often are we going to have to take these boosters now? Because I don't want to take one once every 6 months. Seems illogical. Kyrie Irving doesn't even want to take one of the shots once. A lot of unvaccinated people still in America. Do I support what he is doing? I'll say no, but do I understand what he's doing? Sure. I mean, there's not a bigger superstar in any athletic league right now that is standing up for what they believe in terms of like vaccine or not. Right? Like I know Kyrie Irving going about his day. I mean, he has to wear a mask every time he's outside, right? That's what he does. Or anytime he goes inside and he's around people. So I understand what he's doing. He's standing up for what he believes in. Do I support that? I don't think so. I mean, if you want to play basketball, if you want to do what you love, it's been said that he needs to take the vaccine. So he's going to lose out on a ton of money this year. I know that for him, it's not about the money, but I think that he's just trying to make a point. In saying that he's doing his own research, I don't know if I believe that, or I don't think if that makes any sense when people actually say, oh, well, I'm going to do more research on it and then, see if I can convince myself to get the shot. I don't know. I think that a few years down the line, we're going to look at Kyrie in a different light. Was he right for doing that? Was he wrong for doing that? I can't say that he's wrong for doing what he's doing. Like he just doesn't want to get a vaccine shot. The flu shots weren't mandatory, and maybe you'd see more people stepping out if they were going to get their regular common cold flu shot. So I don't know. Touchy subject. I understand what Kyrie is doing, and props to him for standing up for what he believes in. Is he being selfish in not getting the vaccine? People would say yes. What am I going to say here? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think we've had enough time to decide whether he's being righteous in his decision. Like how long has the vaccine been out, guys? Vaccine has been out for 9 months. Maybe even less than that, 8.5 months. But if you go back to March of 2020 and the vaccine came out in 3 months, would more people take it, or would more people be sketched out and be like, whoa, that was way too fast to come up with a vaccine? Because that's what people are saying now. It's way too fast for them to come up with a vaccine. But we wanted to get rid of it back then in March 2020. Everyone was like, oh, where's the vaccine? Where's the vaccine? Do we have herd immunity yet? Has it been 2 weeks of everybody staying in their house, so now coronavirus is dead? No, we're living with it. Seems like we're going to be living with it for a long time. Especially with the amount of people not willing to get vaccinated. If you're not going to get vaccinated, I don't think you're dumb. I'm not putting that judgment on anyone and, speaking out against people who are not taking the vaccine. I'm not thinking like that because I don't think we've had enough time to really judge people who aren't getting the vaccine. I mean, they're not going to be allowed inside in a lot of places, in a lot of states. But you got to stand up for what you believe in. You know, I do believe that, standing up for what you believe in. So if you're not getting the vaccine, you know, it's a questionable choice, but it is your choice. It's your choice. All right, guys, let's get to this listener email before we get too deep. Ted, what is your favorite TV show? Seinfeld or Friends? Jacob, thanks for writing in, man. Actually, a great question there. And what am I going to pick? Seinfeld or Friends? I hate to be this guy, but I'd say Friends. I'd say just the dynamic of Friends and how it's kind of like an upgraded version of Seinfeld. You know, like the characters in Friends weren't doing anything. And I think obviously, you know, they took it from Seinfeld because Seinfeld was the original show of the show about nothing. On a character basis, I just liked Friends more. You guys might think I'm a sellout or like soft for liking Friends over Seinfeld because I know a lot of people don't like Friends over Seinfeld since it's basically a copy of Seinfeld, but I'm a Friends guy. I like Friends. What can I say? Who's my favorite character? My crush in that show? Either Monica or Rachel. Both of them very cute. And then maybe also that's why I was drawn to Friends over Seinfeld. You know, like the female character dynamic. I think Joey's hilarious. Yeah, Joey's my favorite character. It's probably Joey and Rachel are probably my favorite characters. So as you guys imagine, when they got together, I was super pumped. I never really understood the Ross and Rachel dynamic. Ross was just such a dork. He was a dinosaur geek. How was Rachel going to fall for that? I guess she did. She was working, slinging coffee at Central Perk. Nice little job. You guys been to that Central Perk over there on, what is it? I guess it's 23rd Street and Lexington. They have like a Friends museum or something like that. I got to go check that out. Maybe we'll do that for one of the vlogs. Guys, Ted Jones Comedy Show tonight. Hope to see you there. Check for tickets in this YouTube video. My Instagram, Ted Jones World. Rate, comment, subscribe. It's always appreciated. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, we'll see you next time. Peace.